When do I believe that Republicans started winning the South? A lot of people who believe in the party switch myth believe that after the Civil Rights Act, Democrats and the Republicans, they just switched values and parties, and then all the races started voting Republican, and it just didn't happen that way. So anyway, I wanted to show a few examples looking through some of the South's governor histories. So let's start off in Alabama. So of course, right now you have a Republican governor. You're not going to see Republicans popping up in all these cases basically until 1860s, because they weren't founded until the 1850s. So you got two right there. It's back and forth a little bit, but then it's just a lot of blue, just a lot of blue. And you don't see Republicans take that seat until 1987. So let's go to Georgia. So of course, right now you got Republican leadership in Georgia, but of course, historically it was not so. And so you get to see start this blue line. You do see some Republicans again in the 1860s here, but it's two of them. And then it's just a hard blue line, just very hard. And you do not get to consistent Republican leadership until 2003. So let's do Mississippi. So of course, right now you got a Republican governor. Historically, not the case. And after a few wins, it's just a blue line, just consistent until 1992. Now let's go to South Carolina. Again, you're going to find similar patterns, and you're not going to see any sort of consistent back and forth until later on. But in this case, you do get someone in 1975 that's a little earlier than most others, and you got some back and forth there. Let's do Texas. Of course, you got Abbott right now. Of course, a lot of blue. You got some Republicans right there, and keep going down. And then you see some red there in 1979. And then it goes back and forth. And then, of course, in the Bush age, that's when you get some hard lines there. So let's go to Florida, where the GOAT resides right now. So you got some blue, you got some red. Of course, about the same time period. It's like they gave the party a little bit of a try, and they're like, no, we got to do something else. And they hard blue until 1867. So that is closer. Then it goes back to blue, and then they entertain a Republican, and then it's blue for a while, and then back to back to back to back to back, you do see Republicans. So that's not the only way to break down people's voting patterns, but as far as who these states decided to have lead their state, it has not been a Republican stronghold in the South until more recent years. And again, if you are young, I understand maybe that mentality, but for people who have lived longer, they have known that there have been a lot of racist people in the South, and a lot of them have had a D next to their name.